けるような空眩しくまさしく晴天の霹靂君との世界始まる手加減なしで攻めるよ準備は OK 君を飛んじゃうこの想いは誰よりもそう一だ Warming up and love 迫り来るライバル譲れないですブルーに変わるシグナルありだけの愛想足の予測できない流れにレースは混戦ハラハラよそ見は No way 君を飛んじゃ離れないで道を描いてゆこう So faster 揺れるリモほどいて風になる君が逃げてゆきそう操縦不能のからまる想いはダッシュしそうよ
All right, the gates have opened again. Welcome, everybody, to the monodramatic world stage. The first match of Saturday is finally getting streamed And today we get to cover a very interesting match on paper. It's gonna be Hihihaha, Seed 3 versus Shadaver, Seed 20. And in the commentary booth, you have me, Philoxan, and joining me today is the lovely Aquatic. How are you doing, man?
I am doing just fine. This is a matchup to be seen. Hihihaha, I believe, is Seed 8 within the tournament. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Seed 3.
Seed 3, yeah, but and Shadever is much lower in the seedings after qualifiers, but this is still not as one-sided as it may initially seem. Shadever has pulled off some incredibly promising performances earlier on in the tournament, beating out Seed 7 earlier. And I am excited to see how he would perform against someone of the higher caliber within the Seed 3. What do you think, Philoxan?
Yeah, that is right. I mean, Hihihaha, a player which is a pretty big name, especially considering he is probably the most successful Latvian tourney player. Being top 8 in Latvia and already securing 2 tournament badges and also getting 2nd place in Dutch Open, playing alongside those beasts like Reedcat, Easy Choke and O-Slash. Definitely most experienced tourney player of Latvia, and therefore you have no doubt he got that Seed 3 in one dramatic world stage. But up against him is actually a player who does not really pop off and does not really show up to those international tourneys. This player is a Russian player and mostly he plays those Russian-speaking tournaments. It is Shadaver, Seed 20, got 4 tournament badges, played for 5WC 2024 and 2023. You could consider Shadaver a part of that, 5-digit Russian tournament mafia, but not so recently ranked up and now trying himself in the higher rank range, like 4-digit. And as you already mentioned, Stellasu was a Seed 7 player in MWS, and Shadaver just pulled off a 5-1 match score performance, and now looking forward to also trying and making that upset against Hihihaha, but that's gonna be a way tougher challenge for him.
Yeah, and here are the bans. Very understandable skill set bans from both of these players. Hihihaha going for the Nomad 1 and DT1 bans, both of them being inconsistency aim maps of the pools, and Shadaver going for HR4 and DT2, both the higher BPM picks of this pool. No, very obvious. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, just considering those quals performances from both, Shadaver pulled off some incredible performances on both Nomad 1 and DT1 FC in the maps, and Hihihaha, yeah, replying was that bad, and Shadaver not being so stable when it comes to high BPM speed. Therefore, DT2 and Harog 4 are not gonna get represented, but now we are seeing our neutralization picks. Keep in mind, those picks probably just mean that you will not get so much damage dealt to the map that you have chosen to be neutralized. You will get 50% score reduction when it comes to it. But besides that, we are skipping that part and jumping straight into our first pick, which is the throne picked by Hihihaha. And this is your second path map, which is Path Ecos, and what that means, you know it, you love it. It is your skill cap based map, and this time around in this quarterfinals best of 11 pool, it is gonna be an 8.5 SR on that corporation, the throne map, which was a custom song, I believe, as well for the perennial not so long ago. 220 BPM and of course 6-minute long map, the map that on paper should go into the Hihihaha's favor.
And yeah, right off the bat, we saw Shadaver being not so confident on this mechanics pick. it is going to be 8.5 stars of 220 BPM stream mechanics here. It's Undead Corporation. What do you expect from that? Immediately off the bat, Hihihaha showing his confidence on this Nomad 2S pattern, holding a good 98%, dropping a little bit there, but Shedevr is not going to be able to recover their accuracy very well, still being as low as 87% here.
Oh, that is right, but look at the combo gaming going on, and Shedevr definitely gives him some cash to play with as he finding those 2 breaks as we are getting in the more tap-intensive sections. Right now, there is some combo to score from Shedevr, but no, this is actually gonna be the moment where he falls. And that definitely gives Hihihaha the advantage. And honestly speaking, from the consistency, it is not even that strong when it comes to Hihihaha. For example, on Nomad 2 in quals, it was not the best score from Hihihaha, it was like 300k. So considering his mechanical skills are not that strong, are not that stable, there is still some room to breathe for Shedevr. But now we're gonna be entering the flow section of the map, and we'll see how they both do. Hihihaha and Shedevr both trading each other.
Yeah, but it is going to be that accuracy that makes up the difference. Hihihaha overall holding a bit more combo, but it is the 7-8% accuracy deficit that Shedevr is holding that's going to make up the difference in score right now. Hihihaha holding almost double Shedevr's score, 80k to 36,000. Shedevr finding chain misses on these flow patterns. His stamina is draining, and Hihihaha is finally recovering some of that combo. 400 and rising, dropping there, but the damage has been done. Almost 100k score now from Hihihaha, and Shedevr is not going up in score whatsoever for the past few seconds.
That is right, and there is a long way to go. I mean, Aquatic, just look at that. We're only 1/4 through the map. Shedevr gonna be flying too close to the sun, and the map just making him pay for that. Right now, missing before that flow low BPM section actually that's gonna favor Hihihaha even more. He's gonna start to capitalize that score difference right here, already more than doubling the score advantage. And also considering it is the second path of Hihihaha, he picked Ecos when he was signing up. It is a 1.3x multiplier to his overall score, and we're already seeing Shedevr being more than 100k scored down when it comes to the HP bar.
Indeed, Shedevr is really hoping that Hihihaha does not do too much damage to his HP here on this map. With the rate Hihihaha is breaking some of their combos, it does seem Shedevr's wish will be coming true, but it's going to be an entirely other story whether or not he has any chance of winning this pick specifically. And it is not looking good for Shedevr here.
Yeah, that is right. Such a shame for Shedevr that this map cannot get neutralized because the paths, they cannot get any of the pillars applied to them. Not it being pillar dominion, not being pillar neutralization whatsoever. It doesn't matter. 1.3x score multiplier is applied to Hihihaha, and right now building up that crazy combo of almost 700, but honestly not looking too shabby for Shedevr right here, also approaching that 700 combo mark right now. So still a long way to go, and we're getting to more of those jumpy sections that Shedevr is showing us that the consistency on this man is definitely speaking volumes, but I don't think that accuracy is gonna help, especially as we are now getting in the more stamina heavy section.
Indeed, once again, another build up to another key eye. Both players holding very similar combos. Shedevr taking just 50 combo deficit, but the accuracy is not helping him out here. It is going to come down to who finds their miss first, and if the other player can take advantage. And Hihihaha does find that miss. It's Shedevr's time. It's Shedevr's time to shine. 1000 combo. It is his chance if he wants any chance to come back on the score lead. But that 100k deficit is not something to scoff at, and Shedevr finally falters. He drops that at a combo, and that is going to be his last chances of getting this point gone.
That is right. Like a glass castle meeting a hammer, it is all gone aquatic. And now there is no room to breathe for Shadaver. Hee hee ha ha. Proven his own ground and starting off really strong with still a quarter of the map left. The only question right now is how far can he push that score line, because he really needs to try and get rid of as much HP that Shadaver has as possible. He already reduces by 200k, starting from 1.1 million. And now, looks like things are not going too well for him actually. He is a bit chain missing those streams, so not gonna be that critical for Shadaver, especially considering this is the hardest map for Shadaver to play against this man.
Indeed, Shadaver doing a great job holding off that general score deficit, keeping it at that 130k range, and making sure he does not do as much damage as he would have hoped on a map like this. And yeah,
I mean, Aquatic, the only question, will he hit that last 16 node death stream of the map that we're gonna see in around 5 seconds? Here we are, the show begins, and he is holding on, dropping 50s, and now finding a break right at the end. Not being able to fully cheese that stream, but still, look at that difference. Over 2x score that he got on Shadaver. And that's a great way to open the matchup. It is best of 11, and now for Shadaver is not critical at all, as knowing the big order, there is gonna be 2 picks coming on from Shadaver one after other, so there is some strategies to make from him. And well, what do you think, Aquatic? What kind of map can Shadaver try and pick here?
I mean, depending on their comfort on the HR mod, HR1 could be a good pick for him, given that it is similar skill set wise to that Nomad 1 and DT1 being inconsistency after all. Other than that, there really isn't much aim consistency left in this pool, if I remember correctly. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I totally agree that Harlox 3 is a pretty good consistency check, but looks like DT3 is actually gonna be the choice for Shadaver. Very much infamous map from Ryusei Aika. I don't even know how to pronounce that, but that kind of makes sense if you're playing a Ryusei Aika map right here. AR7 without DT, AR I guess 7.8 with DT. And the map itself, well, there is some finger control, but it looks more like that, not stack reading, but I would say density reading that this map features. It is also pretty short. After DT, it just turns into the shortest map of the pool, almost a TV size one. So Shadaver not going for the hardest map in the pool, just hoping that he will fumble and find an unfortunate break somewhere. And also look at that hidden taken on the side of Shadaver. That makes this guy play the map easier. And here we are with the first intersection passing so far, building up some accuracy, given that the upper hand on Shadaver definitely giving him some leg room.
Indeed, Shadaver going for that HD preference, reducing the density factor of this map quite a bit. But when it comes back to those stacks, is Shadaver going to be able to pull it off with the hidden mod? We will have to see. But Shadaver is the one first to fall. Holding both the combo and accuracy advantage. And now the score lead is going to go to 100k for Hiya.
Oof, Aquatic, that looks like a mispick for me, honestly. And just now, speaking of the devil, every tap is thunder, every slider is lightning. That combo is snowballing down here, and there is no stopping that avalanche right now. Look at him pop off on the last Kia right now. Definitely just going off already, almost doubling the score of Shadiar, and look at that score difference and HP bar of Shadaver just getting drained.
Yeah, but he does find that miss, but I think the damage is done, and the score is not going to flicker back. Shidever failing to grasp the response to Hiya's first PS2 pick, and now the score lead is going to go 2-0 to Hiya, and a first breakpoint of this match.
And that is tragic. Just a break in the middle of the map, to be fair. There is an S rank and one slider break is all what it takes. This is speaking volumes for Hihihaha. The caliber of this guy is beyond the limit. There is a reason why he is seed 3, and you cannot even be assured that you will take a point on your first pick, and this is exactly what is happening. But still, there is some hope for Shidever. As mentioned, there is one more pick that we're gonna be seeing from Shidever. And speaking of the previous picks that Shidever did in his own match, for example against Stellasu, we did see Nomad 4 getting picked, so might be the way to go for Shidever right now, as Nomad 4, even though in quals getting around 190k on the map, right after that, in all the stage rounds, getting absolutely crazy performances and dominant ones. But looks like my prediction is yet here to wait, as Nomad 5 is gonna be the map that we're gonna see.
Yep, a very funny low AR Nomad map indeed. This is a test of overlaps, if I remember correctly. And given that Shidever seems to prefer the reading element, given the DT3 pick from before, this is surely picking into his skill set right now, and we'll see how he performs on this map.
Yeah, that is right. After all, Shidever is not only a strong consistency player, but also when it comes to gimmicks, he does not mind them. Speaking of which, this map was your Nomad 6 in Grand Finals of 5WC 2025, a diabolical AR7 map, with of course your overlaps and also some rhythm that is very much complex when it comes to the KIs themselves. We're seeing good luck, have fun in chat, and now for Shidever, it is in your interest to not allow the next breakpoint, because Hihihaha is definitely feeling very much good in this matchup right here.
Yes, indeed, but Shidever does still have some of that breathing room. We are not even close to halfway through the match yet. It's only been 2 points. If Shidever can recover some of his composure and get back into the game, we could see ourselves have a game on our hands. But we'll see how he does on this Nomad 5.
Oof, and that is right off the bat, Shidever falling slightly behind that early break, helping Hihihaha. This time around though, the accuracy department is pretty much equal on the side of both of the players. But as we know, this map features not so tough verses, but when we get to the KI, the actual gameplay will begin, and we will see which one of them will become the legend and win, and which one will fall. But so far it is a pretty stable performance from both. Seems just like an unfortunate break from Shidever, but now we are here in the build-up, and off we go, ladies and gentlemen.
And right away, Hihihaha breaks right at the start of that KI. Shidever now holding onto the combo lead, as accuracies are going to be identical. Shidever finds a misread. The score lead is not going to flicker back. 16,000 score. It could honestly go at any time, but it is holding steady right now. Hihihaha once again recovering their combo, and Shidever finding another miss, giving Hihihaha the score lead once again.
That is right, Shidever had it in his hands, but finding constant breaks throughout the first KI is not gonna leave the best taste on his tongue right here. While looking at Hihihaha, this guy is in a good mood, 97.3% accuracy. Now we are seeing a distinct difference between the two. And well, Hihihaha, good for him, and for Shidever, it looks like the storm just charged on its master right here as we're getting to the second build-up. There is some room to recovery for Shidever, but will this gonna be applied when talking about the second KI is the question.
Indeed, there's still some room left in the map. There is still a fourth left, but Hiha is just showing so much comfort on this map right now. A comfortable 97%. And with Shedevr finding another miss there, the damage is going to build up to 160,000 for Shedevr. 94% AC is not doing him any favors right now either. And I think the conclusion of this map is already here.
That is right. With that, he turns chaos into art. It's not just a finish. That's a statement from You do not mess with me on my gimmick maps. Look at him go. Already, more than half of the HP of Shedevr completely gone, and we're only 3 maps through.
Indeed, you've said it. The HP gimmick of Monochromatic's world stage is finally taking the front seat now. After losing 3 maps, Shedevr hasn't done a nick of damage to Hihihaha, and yet he's already down below 50% HP. He really needs to find a way to bring this back and maybe find some sort of break point on the next 2 picks from Hihihaha if he wants any chance, or else he might have to go out early with the way the HP bar is looking for him.
Yeah, indeed. What can I say? For Hihihaha, definitely a very great opportunity to try and experiment with some of the picks that he hasn't tried before, and we're seeing Hard Rock 3 getting applied into the match. It is going to be Capco, a map that actually does not seem like your Hard Rock map, as it is CS2, and after Hard Rock, it's going to be around CS 2.9 or something, so it's not really your Hard Rock. There is no Hard Rock feeling on the map, but what you do feel very well on the map are those control patterns going on and on just constantly, and those are pretty hard to control even though the CS is pretty big.
Indeed, the HR simply makes the CS a bit more normal to what you would see when you're playing Nomad, and the control just gets ramped up to 10,000 for this map in that case, with the higher AR as well, going from already a high 9.3 all the way to 10. This control HR3 is not going to be light on either of these players, but we will have to see how each of them performs on this.
Yeah, that is right, and off we go. Shade once again going with hidden preference, not helping him so far, as we're gonna be starting off very much roughly with those slider and control sections. Even Hihihaha actually finding even more breaks than Shedevr right here, definitely allowing Shedevr to try and build some combo, but no, this map is just too diabolical for both of them. I don't even know what they can do. That first quarter of the map is by far, some would even call it a div spike of the map, but even if not, it is one of these hardest sections that is facing the players right off the bat, as now you can see Shedevr and Hihiha after the end of that section finally managing to build up some combos.
Indeed, the first ki of the map was not fine on either of these players. Both players finding those chain miss, finding those act drops and combo drops. But finally on this recovery section, they're going to recover some of that combo, and both players hit the overlaps. Shedevr finding that first miss, unfortunately, and Hihiha once again taking the driver's seat on this map. 80,000 score lead already. It is not looking good for Shedevr here.
Yeah, those jumps, those doubles played a bad joke on Shedevr, while Hihihaha, he is going off. He is going to the finish line with his feet on fire. He is absolutely nailing all of those. The accuracy that he lost in the beginning, he managed to recover right now. 96.8% of weapon accuracy, while Shedevr, it's 85. Maybe that hidden preference was a mistake after all.
Indeed, on a map like this, you really want to be able to see exactly where you need to aim to hit those circles, and the hidden is not helping Shedevr here. Hihihaha building up that combo lead, being as significant as 600 now, 400k to 140k from Shedevr. And I think this is another map that has already been set in stone.
Aquatic, I have bad news for you. If actually he manages to hold, look at the HP bar, he just needs to hold on through that stream, and Shadaver just gonna be eliminated from the tournament. It's 97k, and even the HP bar is down right now. Will he make it or not? He is just he is cutting that map open. It is getting carved open. 800 combo, and with that, the map is a battlefield, and he's the only one walking out alive of it. I don't think that's enough for Shadaver.
Indeed, it is not. But I think Shadaver has been saved by the score deficit limit on the health. But that is going to put him on extremely thin ice. He is one hit away from death, and he is at the edge of the cliff. 97,000 health left. That is one mistake on a map. One tiny break could make the difference for that HP and take him out of the tournament, actually. And he still holding a 4-point lead on this match. Whichever way you look at it, it is not looking good for Shadaver here.
Shadaver, that 350k limitation of the damage dealt just save him. You can officially say, no matter how ironic it would sound, that Shadaver is on 1 HP right now. It is a do or die for him, and SP1 is getting picked by Hihihaha. This guy has been a menace ever since he dropped down to losers bracket. He has been demolishing his opponents, and right now it is looking like a sweep potential. There is Prey getting picked. A 4.8 map, but no, don't get me wrong, it is played with double time, it is AR 10.3, and knowing the gimmick of past 1 maps is gonna be your memorable map that you have to practice. You cannot sight read this map, otherwise you will pretty much get cooked on this map. And this is exactly what Hihiha is trying to do here. There is a lot of sliders on this map, a lot of density jumps, and this is a map that he will try to show the superior performance against Shadaver. And for Shadaver, it is the last chance opportunity. Will he make it, or will he fall behind as a C20? And will we have to say goodbye to him? Watch with us the history being made on this SP1 slot.
Indeed, this is a map that is more fitting towards Shadaver's skill set, I believe. A bit more of those aim sections, but you really cannot disregard those sliders on this DT. Being not so fast when you look at it on no mod, but when you put on DT, the slider velocity is going to become an issue, and it catches Shadaver off guard, finding that miss there, trading Hiha's early pick and giving up his advantage. 18,000 score lead now for Hiha. It is not looking great off the start for Shadaver here.
Of the start, not really, but Hihiha is not a robot. We did see the break from him that still led Shadaver to be in the game as we're getting into our second verse. Also playing with Hidden for more comfortability. You can tell that AR 10.3 is not his strongest suit, but still he is trying. And right now, I can hear the silence in the each timing before each node. This definitely puts some pressure on both of the players. They know what is to come yet. Second KI might be the thing that puts the difference between the two.
Indeed, that miss earlier shows that Hiha is a beast that can bleed, but Shadaver, can he find the attack to damage Hiha? And from the looks of things, both players are holding on. It is neck and neck. The score lead is not flickering anywhere, but the accuracy is doing all the damage to Shadaver right now. 50,000 score difference, and it is just off the 4% accuracy deficit. Is Hiha going to find that miss? Those combo drops are going to be exactly what Shadaver needs, but here is a slow section for free combo.
Aquatic, this is where legends either rise or break. 700 combo from each. Every heartbeat is synced to the rhythm now, and well, there is no turning back on Shadaver, building all that combo to just crumble that entire skyscraper on basically nothing, and that sets Hihiha at a 100k score difference, and we're not even started with the last KI. I'm afraid it's gonna be absolutely stealing the deal right now. His cursor is a blade and the map is getting carved open. Aquatic, he might fall, but the damage has been done. There is 0 score, 0 HP on the side of Shadaver right here.
Indeed, and the rocks underneath Shadever's foot has fallen. He is falling back towards the cliff, and it is going to be the end for him. His HP is fully emptied out, and that is a 750,000 score that Hihihaha is going to end this match with.
Shadaver, very much nice try. Playing against a Seed 3 player, against a potential winner of the entire competition, unfortunately getting swept. And what can I say? That 4-digit tournament scene is rough. Even if you have been one of the strongest 5 digits at the time, like Shadaver, it doesn't mean you will automatically be able to put up good fights against the top seeds of your 4-digit tournaments. And there is still room to improve for Shadaver, but still, props to the guy, Seed 20, and definitely looking forward to see his future performance in other tournaments. But for Hihihaha, this has been the story. The guy is yet here to live the other day, already securing top 16 for him. And Aquatic, I'm very interested to see how this goes for this man in the losers bracket.
Indeed, being sent to losers as early as he has is going to be a devastating scene for anyone that gets sent into losers from now on. I mean, C3 as into losers at quarterfinals is just almost unheard of for most tournaments.
Yeah, that is right. But with that, I believe, Aquatic, that is pretty much it for today. The other matches are gonna get streamed in a couple of hours. I believe the closest one being at 19 UTC. So stay with us. We will keep you updated. There will be other stream pings. But for now, this has been the story of today. Shadaver beating Stellasu, beating Seed 7 player, can be pretty much proud of himself, not having enough willpower to control his own picks against Hihihaha, but well, you can not do anything against Seed 3 after all, so props to both of the players. But with this, stay with us to see the other banger matches coming along. But for now, in the commentary booth, you had me and Aquatic commentating the match for you. In the as a referee, you had Brooklyn, and of course, huge props to Blue Crystal 004 for streaming this match, always coming in clutch. Thank you, everyone, and have a nice day. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
今抗ってるんだね私は